In AutoCAD, you can use direct distance entry method and also coordinate entry method to enter input points for your geometry. So if you want to use coordinate system, you can use Cartesian or polar coordinate system. In case of Cartesian coordinate system, here we have an origin, a positive x-axis and a negative x-axis. So here this right side of this origin indicates positive x-axis indicated by this red line, and on the left you will see this negative of x-axis. Similarly, this green line indicates positive of z, and this green line on the bottom of this 0, 0, which is origin, you'll see as negative y-axis. We also have a z-axis which points outward from the screen, which is positive, and inward inside the screen, which is negative. Now let's make some drawings using coordinate system. So I'm selecting rectangle for this case, and look at the command line, which now prompts you to select the first corner point. Let's indicate first corner point as 0, 0, which is origin. So type 0, 0 on command line and press enter. So obviously when you do this, you'll see that the first point will be automatically snap to 0, 0 point. Now let's select the second point, and let's say that we want second point to be 10, 5. So here we have this 10, 5 indicated by this 10 from x-axis and 5 from this y-axis. So if you want to snap to this point, type 10, 5 and press enter, and automatically we see a rectangle which snaps to 0, 0 as its initial point and 10, 5 as its final point. Now let's say that we want again a rectangle, but this time we are not going to start it from origin, and we click randomly in the drawing area. Now let's say we want to enter 10, 5 again and press enter. So when you do this, you'll see that again this snaps to 10, 5, which is 10 according to x-axis and 5 according to y-axis. So no matter where you click, if you enter 10, 5 or any other coordinate, it will always snap to that coordinate value. So if we want to snap this second end point of this next rectangle, which starts from this point, let's say that we want to snap it to this point, which is 5, 7, then we only need to enter 5, 7 on command line and press enter, and it will snap it to that point. Now if you'll observe closely, then in this case length of this rectangle is 10 units and width of this rectangle is 5 units. But if you want to make a rectangle which does not start from origin and still you want to keep its length equal to 10 and width equal to 5, then you can use this @ symbol. Now when you do this, AutoCAD will assume that the point which you have previously clicked is origin. So instead of treating this point as origin, AutoCAD will now treat this point which we have already clicked for this rectangle as the origin. Now enter 10, 5 and press enter. So now we have an identical rectangle, and this time the length of this rectangle is 10 units and width is 5 units, and obviously this point is not 10, 5 because we have already added an @ symbol which indicates an incremental value, and now even if the length is 10 and width is 5, the coordinate is not 10, 5. You can verify this by checking its dimension. So when you check its dimension, you'll see it is equal to 10 units, and obviously the second one will be equal to 5 units. Let's say that we want to make a line in such a way that it starts from origin and is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees. So for that, select line command and enter 0, 0 as the first point. So now here we have this line with first point at 0, 0. Now in order to restrict this line to a certain angle, which is 30 degrees in this case, enter this angle symbol. This angle symbol can be seen on the right side of M key on your keyboard. So type this angle symbol and press 30. Now whatever succeeds this angle symbol will be treated as an angle, not as a distance or not as a coordinate. Now press enter. When you do this and move your cursor, you'll see that this line is locked to an angle of 30 degrees in both the direction. And now all you need to do is enter length of this line. So let's enter a length of 10 units, press enter. And now here we have a line with a length of 10 units and which is at an angle of 30 degrees from positive side of this x-axis. What if this line does not start from center? Again, if the same situation arises, let's say that this line starts from any other point. In this case also you can type angle 30, press enter. In this case also it will be logged at the angle of 30 degrees, and now you can enter the length. If you want to enter length and angle using a single command, then there is a syntax of command for that as well. So let's select line, let's click anywhere in the drawing area and enter at. So when you do this, AutoCAD will assume this point as origin, and now enter length of this line, which is 10, and specify angle, which is 30, and press enter, and now enter again. So here we have a line with length of 10 units and angle 30 degrees with respect to positive direction of x-axis. So this is the method by which you can enter coordinate values in AutoCAD.